There's something I just love about gladiatorial combat. Something about people just going into the arena, fighting each other to the death for money, for glory, for their own pride. Definitely not because they're slaves or anything. Nope. As an American, I'm very used to ignoring that part of history. Hello everyone, ArchDraft here. Want to show you guys this pretty fun game called We Who Are About to Die. It is all about being a gladiator and fighting in the arena. And it's pretty fun, I think. Controls are a little confusing to get used to at first, but once you get used to them, it's not too bad. So here we are in combat. The way this works is basically you click and then you drag in the direction you want to pull your arm back, and then you release and your guy swings. It's not too bad of a system. I think also there are times where it doesn't always work quite like I would want it to, but for the most part, it works really well for this game. The ability to angle your swings, it can really help you get around the shields that your opponents have, and sometimes target specific body parts. So if you notice somebody has an arm that is not really covered by armor, or is covered by pretty light armor, you can try and focus that a little bit, and it gives you some strategy to the way you're approaching your combat. Although my shield just got taken out, and that causes problems. He got halved. Hey, there we go. This is a big old bonking stick. This is working well. I'm very low on health. Okay, cool. We got that killing blow. Nice. Oh my gosh, what the fuck is going on with this guy? My guy, are you sure you're alive? Oh, hey, there we go. You're a person again. You know, that was the first time I've ever seen that bug. That's a first for me. Alright, I am very close to death. This is going well. You were not low enough to kill with that. Really hoping you would die. So the combat is kind of a not too bad to learn, but definitely hard to master situation. So it has a third-person view, which is what I'm using right now. When it first launched, there was only kind of more of like a overhead view, and the overhead view I couldn't figure out at all. Oh, huh. Game crashed. That's also something it hasn't done. That was weird. Okay. That one hadn't happened before. I've never had the game crash. Don't know why it did. But it's letting me restart the combat, so here we are. I'm gonna go ahead and try and show you the original combat scheme. I like this one much less. Yeah, so this combat, not a big fan of. You could probably make it work pretty well, but I don't like it. I like this combat. The update they did to add this in is great. Ouch. It doesn't necessarily make me good at the combat, but it is great. Boom! There we go. My weapon has a very short reach, so I really gotta get up here and be right on top to attack. Okay, cool, he died. Oh, did not mean to hit you. Sorry about that. So in the bottom right corner, you probably see the public favor thing going up and down. As the combat goes, the crowd will like it or hate it more, and the more they like it, the more fame you get after the fight. And that can be used to purchase different upgrades and stuff. Oh, the guy died. Cool, that works. There we are, a victorious combat after a minor setback with the game crashing. So here we are, you've got kind of these 4 main hosts that you're trying to earn favor with. Each one, earning favor with them will give you kind of different benefits, but also doing fights that are hosted by different ones makes the others hate you. Most of the time. Sometimes they'll still like you, but most of the time they hate you. Here is our payout. Our reward was all fame. You may be wondering why that is. I have no clue. I really don't. There's a reason, I'm sure, but I don't know what it is. But, fame. All the fame right there. Here is the audience multiplier, so it was by 1.99. Different parts of equipment also have a fame multiplier on them, which can reduce the amount of fame you're earning. So I got the fame multiplier from the audience up to 1.99, and then I had to go down 0.3 because of my armor that I had equipped, which gave my fame multiplier 1.69. Nice. So there we are. And I earned no gold. I'm not gonna pay for anything to be upgraded or anything like that. I will get that extra gold right there. Going straight for that it's kind of tempting, but I don't really have the money for it. The only reason it's tempting is because my sword's about to break. They're not my sword, my shield. I'm just gonna sell it. Yeah, sell it. Yeah, we're just gonna go all out. We're gonna buy this. Yeah, so here's a little shop. You can purchase equipment. You can also hover over it and you'll see what the stats are on it and also what it looks like on your character. So this is boots for the right leg. That is identical to what I had on, so you can't see the difference it's making. The weapon, though, you can see the difference in the weapon. It'd have been nice to get that, but I did not have the money for it. It's fine, though. I can make this work. Probably. I hope. And there you go. So then we come over here. This is our utility menu. So we have healing, we have repairs. You can try and fundraise, so you can spend your fame for to try to get gold. You can also spend gold to try to get fame. You can try bribing the hosts. I've never gotten it to work very well. I don't really recommend it. And then you can put in an order for specific kinds of items in the shop. Here are kind of more permanent upgrades, so you can do a training regime to increase your character stats. I don't normally do that, though it probably would be good. You can invest in your next character to make sure that they have more starting funds. They'll get 10% of the total at the start of the run, and then I think it's 10% each week after. I think. It's been a bit since I actually did it. And then you can upgrade the quality of the items at the shop. These are more one-time upgrades that you'll buy on your run. Whenever you die and you start a new character, all these upgrades reset. As you level up your character, though, there are chances you can get permanent kind of stat boost and bonus starting fame and gold for future characters. Here you can kind of see more of your detailed stats, all your proficiencies with different weapons, your different combat skills, so stamina, your shield usage, movement, all that kind of thing. You can see your ranks in the different kinds of bouts that they have. And you can see your rank and the standing based on your character score right up there. You can also see all your lifetime stats. got 9.5 hours in the game. I really enjoyed it too. I didn't expect it to be as fun as it was, and then one night I was like, okay, you know, I'm gonna go to bed soon. I'll check this game out again since it had a big combat update and I hadn't checked it out since it. And I stayed up for like 5 hours when I was planning on staying up for like one more. Mistakes were made, but I don't regret it. Here you can see your backstory. Every character that you play as has a backstory, and they have different traits that grants them. So, this is a former soldier. He has increased max health, reduced stamina generation. He has... On the left here, in the parentheses, is the default starting golden fame for the character backstory. And on the right is the permanent bonuses I've gotten from previous runs. He also got to start with different starting equipment because he already had kind of a rusted sword, but still a sword, and a shield, and some light armor. And then with each backstory, there comes a different victory condition for your run. So for the former soldier, you're trying to save up enough gold to retire, so you've got to save up 100,000 gold. The only thing I've beaten so far is the professional aspirant. All he was trying to do was get to... Where is the thing? The aspired rank. And he did. And I stopped there, and I completed the run. Alright, I do not have enough money to heal, which means I'm probably gonna die in this next fight, so it doesn't really matter what I choose. Do I want to choose a 1v1? I might actually be able to win a 1v1 if I choose a 1v1. I'm gonna do this, because 10% of the gold reward is gonna be invested in the next character. If I make it work, then awesome. And if not, the run was a bust anyways. So there's a bunch of different arenas. This small pit has a button in the middle that shoots spikes out on all the sides. How they had this kind of technology in gladiatorial times? Beyond me, man. I know it's here, though. And I'm already low health. I can hear the heartbeat of low health. Oh, wrong button. I was hoping I'd be able to hit him back into one of those spike areas. Oh cool, I broke a shield. That gives me a good chance. Ooh, there we go. Got the decapitation too. It gives me at least some money to heal. There we go, I got gold this time. As you win victories of different types, you will increase the level of those types in the future. So I just got a good old 1v1 victory. So my 1v1 level went from 5 to 6, which means the next time I choose a 1v1, it's going to be harder. Encourages you to try and do the different match types, and some of them are very risky. I recovered 10 health, and I was on 13 now. So I was on 3 when I finished that fight. Humbly decline the gift. There we go. 2,000 gold my next character, or... I want the skills for all next characters. I think that sounds good. And the reason I want that specifically is because the, what was it called? The defamed politician? Or desperate politician? Desperate politician, yeah. He starts with no combat abilities at all. And he has like only like half health compared to everyone else. So something that gives him just a little bit of a better chance is what I'm going to try to go for. So here you can see the different armors. They all... Oh. Words. Oh my. They all have a different armor percentage, which is the amount of damage that they're going to block whenever they get hit, along with different durability. They also have the stamina regeneration penalty, so I could wear that armor, but I would have a big reduction in my stamina regen. I don't like having too much of a reduction in it, so I try not to go too heavy with my armor most of the time. And then the fame multiplier as well, you can see that. Sometimes I like to go for these wacky things, like this mask up here, because it's a really low stamina reduction penalty, just 1%. And it gives me a plus 30% to my fame multiplier. It's not the best armor, it's only blocking 15%, so I'm still going to take the brunt of most of the attacks. But I tend to say it's worth it just to try and high roll for a bunch of fame early on. That's pretty good. I don't really have what I would need for it though. So you can buy the item, or you can hold the item for later. I'm gonna go ahead and hold this. Let's see. Do I have enough fame for... no. Okay. Go ahead and heal. So whenever you buy a heal, your first heal is gonna be the cheapest one with the best amount of healing it can provide you. All subsequent, or... is this subsequent? Hold on, it's too early. Yeah, it's all subsequent. All subsequent purchases of the heal will go up in price and down in health you receive. So you can't just heal up to max health after every fight by spending enough gold. I will go ahead and spend a little more though. I normally don't do more than 2 because it's normally not going to be worth it. Okay. It's gonna have to be good enough. You know, just for fun, I'm gonna do this one. Because there's absolutely no way that I win, and I can show you what the new character thing looks like. And if I do win, then I look amazing at this game, so really it's a win-win for me. Like a real gladiator, let's go. These are pretty hard to win if you do the 1 versus many. It's not impossible. I think I've won like 1 or 2 of them. But I normally just don't go for them. Yep, that was pretty much expected. Yeah, so there we are. I had some gold invested in the next character. You can also see your total score in the weeks that you survived. You see all your total kills, total victories, all that kind of thing. I don't remember the bird's wing being over the board. That's weird. Anyways, start new run. So you have different difficulties up here. They're kind of just stat changes for the most part. So you'll deal more damage. The AI will have less health. You'll get an improved physician, which is the dude that does the healing. You have an increased reward multiplier, increased max stamina, and increased stamina regen. Or you can go for a harder difficulty if y'all really want to. I don't. And yeah, so here we are. So we've got the criminal scum is kind of what we just kind of randomly rolled. It's harder for you to win over the audience during combat. Favor with patrons increases slower. You start with an additional auxiliary inventory slot unlocked. Increased betting payout. There's betting. You can bet on the matches. So whenever you bet, there'll be kind of like a list of, ooh, here are the things you can bet on. It'll be like, killing 4 opponents in combat, dealing 400 damage, that kind of thing. So if you do that, you have to try and go for the match type that you think will actually let you complete that, because you only have this one fight to do it. So I tend not to go for the betting. And then the criminal's better at bribing people. To win over all the elites and patrons of Terentia. Cost 20,000 fame and reach 80% or more favor with all patrons. That's gonna be rough. It's one of those that you're not likely to win. But I'll go ahead and do it. Also, there's a little checkbox down here that I have checked so that for backstories I've already completed, they just won't pop up again until I uncheck that. That way I can try and get the other backstories done and see how they feel. Sometimes an item pops up in the shop before that you haven't seen, so it likes to show up like that. I think it's pretty neat. Sometimes it takes a little long though. Sometimes I'd rather just kind of pop up instantly and let me see it, but it's not a big deal. It's not like it takes long. Ooh, that face scarf gives minus 90% to that? Oh man. I'd better off just not having it on, approve. Okay. No other really big hits. I'm gonna go ahead and buy this. I think I'm better off just not having equipment than having really shitty equipment. So here we are on the fight screen. You can see all the different fights that are available. If you have enough favor, you can also reveal more information about the fights. So if I used it on this one, I could potentially see who's hosting it, and I could try and plan out going for one host more to try and really increase my favor with them. Does it have the... No, I don't think it has it here. Does it have it somewhere? Fame system. Nope. As you can see, there's a bunch of things in here about how all of the combat and everything works. I was really just looking for where it showed you what the bonuses were for going after each of the different ones. Okay, well, whatever, doesn't matter. The only one that I really try to remember is name shows up in more of like a golder color, because he increases your gold gain whenever you have him favored. I believe Maza is more about fame and stuff. Jordius, name shows up in red, gives you more combat bonuses. So better like gear in the shop and stuff to get better equipment. And then I forget what Allura does, but I know when she doesn't like you, she tries to make everyone else hate you. That's about the extent of what I remember. Let's do a good old-fashioned pit fight, yeah! I'm sure this will go great. Yeah, this is a really fun game. I have really enjoyed my time playing it so far, and probably gonna keep playing it. I think it's probably one of the more unique kind of roguelikes that I've played in recent times. Ooh. Got that hit off. You think a jug's gonna do it to stop me? You're gonna need more than jugs, man. Although, I am taking a lot of damage, weirdly enough. There we go, got him. Now I get a shield. Boom, there we go. I don't know if we decapitated him or if we just knocked his hat off. I don't like the spears as often. They do have an increased range, but I feel like they just do a lot less damage. Or maybe I just like the decapitation of people. It's hard telling. Damn. Okay, well. That was a good fight. Am I right, guys? Well, sometimes that's how it goes. We can't all be successful in the arena. Anyways, hope you all enjoyed the video. I really think this is a fun game, and I'd recommend it to people. The combat can take a moment. I just really emphasize that I think the third person is way better for actually playing the game. So I recommend using the third person camera. Hitting R on your keyboard will switch you to the third person camera. I believe the game also has controller support too. Let me double check that for you. It lists partial controller support. I think what it is the combat has controller support, but the menus and everything outside of combat don't. So I haven't tried that, but you could use a controller and it might work well. I really don't know. But yeah, I think the game's a lot of fun. I recommend trying it out, and yeah, I hope you enjoy. If you like the video, make sure to maybe hit that like button, maybe hit that subscribe button too. Or hit the dislike, and let me know how much you paid. Either's fine, really. But yeah. Bye.